Tom? Tom Brooks, director of the RASPET Flight Laboratory at Mississippi State University. Hey, Tom, how are you doing today?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Gerard. How are you this morning?
Doing great. Glad we got all the technology worked out. So tell us a little bit first, Tom, if you would, about the RASPET Flight Laboratory, what you guys are doing.
Yeah, glad to share. So the RASPET Flight Research Laboratory here at Mississippi State, we're really coming on our 75th, nearly our 75th anniversary of the inception of the flight research that we do every day. RASPET has been a lot of things over the years. A lot of great people, really iconic leaders and researchers in the industry have enjoyed their careers here. But today we're really focused on UAS technology, uncrewed or unmanned technology. Almost exclusively. I've been in the aviation business a long time with a long career in industry before joining academia. And UAS is just where it's at. It's changing everything in aviation. It's changing lives every day. And I'm very, very honored and pleased to be, kind of at the helm of some of the research that's going on around the country that really is leading in this area. Mississippi State is a well-established leader in UAS research, and we enjoy that title and enjoy executing the work every day.
It is indeed fascinating, and I recall being at the communiversity, I think back in the summer, and one of the aircraft, I believe, was actually positioned in the communiversity in the big open area there, and just fascinated by that, and that was a UAF, as I recall. And looking on the website here, Tom, with Dr. Keenum, that's standing just a few feet away from the propeller of a UAF that's all decorated in MSU colors and so forth. This is fascinating. It really is, and it's really good to hear that Mississippi State is a leader in this research. And this will, in fact, I believe, change our lives for the good. Tell us about some of the practical applications, if you would, Tom, of UAF.
Yeah, and you really nailed it with the question. If we were out just flying this cool technology for the point of being cool, it would have very little impact. Really, the resonant use here is around really, just as you said, how it changes lives every day. Some of the research that we're focused on with this most recent platform is really around very largely around the first responder and disaster response and preparedness and recovery use cases. Our coast, we don't wish for the next event, but we know the next hurricane is going to hit our coast at some point. A platform like this, and the platform we're discussing is called the Taros. It's a 44-foot wingspan, carries about 400 pounds, and can fly for nearly 24 hours continuously. That kind of capability allows us to deploy communications networks where the infrastructure has been damaged or completely taken out by a weather event, and really help, the emergency managers, the first responders understand, where the urgency is, where lives are in peril, and get the help as needed as quickly as possible. And it's something that certainly manned aviation contribute to this use case, but UAS, with its rapid deploy, long duration, can do this and save lives much more readily. That's one of many, many, many of these types of use cases that we investigate and research around every day.
Yeah, that's a great example, too, and appreciate you sharing that. I've always felt like that what innovators do is they leverage tools often to create more tools. And then those tools then find their way into some innovation that provides a practical, real, measurable societal value. And I say that just to kind of make the point that we really don't know what else may be coming down the pipe, which is great because the human capacity for innovation is unlimited, in my view. But when we create these tools, other innovators will leverage those to produce even more products, services, items that deliver value to society we can't even imagine at this point.
That's absolutely true. Humans are great engineers, and you look at kind of the multispectral, the sensing around what's done in the agriculture field, and some of the sensing capabilities have just exploded in the last decade in terms of being able to do things like determine nitrogen content of the soil or understand fertilizer utilization. Those kinds of things happen because UAS technology has become available and accessible, to agronomists. And you just give the human, a small ability, and it will get exploited to extent very quickly.
Tell us what you got going on with Delta State and the FAA.
Yeah, you bet. So, Mississippi State is a center of excellence for the FAA's Assure Consortium, which is a long acronym, but in short, it's 26 core universities that Mississippi State leads that bring the research needed to inform the regulatory process so the FAA can modify the rules to allow uncrewed technology to integrate into the airspace with conventional aviation. So the FAA is very data-driven. One of the rules currently when you fly under the FAR Part 91, which is what aircraft fly under every day, is that you must see and avoid. The pilot is responsible for seeing and avoiding other aircraft. And the question becomes, how do you do that if you remove the pilot? So we're establishing sort of the performance baseline for human vision and how well humans can detect other aircraft in flight. That will be the basis for allowing the technology to say, we're not going to degrade safety. We're going to be at least as safe, and in fact, we're going to exceed the safety standard that humans have established in manned aviation.
Got it. And we're probably on the ground floor of some of that technology, would you think, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. Every day we see new, commercial inventions that are available for us to go evaluate and research and see how it's going to fit into what we think is going to be ultimately the technical specifications that define the performance requirements. So yeah, there's companies out there every day just doing great things to bring this technology forward, and we're very coupled with industry. They are some of the more progressive in terms of bringing this technology forward and commercializing it, which ultimately has got to be the goal. So industry and what they're doing every day is a crucial element of our strategy.
Well, it's fascinating. I think it's essential and going to be an integral part of societal progress, and really proud that this research and these innovations are coming out of the RASPET Flight Laboratory at Mississippi State. Tom, thanks so much for sharing all that with us, and look forward to talking to you more about new stuff coming down the pike.
It's my pleasure, Gerard. Thank you so much.
You bet. We're in the Element Well studios, and we're coming right back on midday. Stay with us.